Okay, when it comes to computers, they will drive you crazy. In order to get this video generated, I had to use Screen-O-Matic to get the audio, and I had to use the CyberLink Power Director to get the video, and then combine the two. Well, all's well that ends well. So, starting out here, the pictures you're seeing is we went to Ringhaver Park yesterday. It's a park a couple miles away from us. It's a couple miles from NAS Jax, Naval Air Station Jacksonville. And I thought that I knew I was within the no-fly zone, but I figured since I was going to be flying through the woods and not up in the air, it wouldn't make any difference. Well, we got the drone up in the air, and as soon as it got up in the air, it said no-fly zone, drone will land immediately, and it did. It came down, and it landed, and it shut down, and I couldn't get it started again. So, no drone pictures at Ringhaver. Luckily, at the house here, I'm just outside of the 5-mile no-fly zone, so I can still fly it at the house. So I took it out this morning just to make sure I could fly it here at the house, and I could. Those are ibises. There's a whole flock of ibises flew over us. That was pretty neat to see. Anyhow, I took my camera with us to the park, my new camera, and glad I did, since we had something to do anyway. We went through the park, and you saw the pictures, some of the pictures we took. Saw a tortoise and a wood stork, and a baby blue heron as it started out, and a great blue heron as a youngster. So here we are at the house now, and Dot's taking off to go down and take her son to the doctor. She's been playing chauffeur for him. He lives down in Green Cove Springs, and she makes that trip once, twice, 3 times a week sometimes. Dedicated mother. So, I just told her I would go out there and take some pictures of a video of her taking off, leaving. But, as you can see, it's windy out there. And it's not just windy. The temperature is about 51 degrees, and it's cold. With that wind blowing, it's like gusting to 20, 30 mile an hour wind. You can see how windy it is. So I was quite surprised at how stable the drone was. I mean, the drone itself was wobbling around and moving around because of the wind and everything, but the video came out really, really good. I was surprised. So anyhow, I was afraid to take the drone up above the treetops because it'd just be windier up there. I wasn't going to get the video of Dot driving down Townsend Road, heading down toward Blanding, but I had second thoughts about doing that, so I just kept it down below the tree line here. So I just took videos of the wind, mostly. You can see how windy it was. And every time I fly the drone, I have to relearn how to fly it. But as you can see, it's blowing. It's blowing pretty darn hard. Like I say, it was cold. I was out there for like 15 minutes. Because the thing is with these batteries for these drones, once you charge them up, you have to use them. Charging them up to full capacity and then letting them sit is not good for them. That's like a slow death for drone batteries. Now DJI, the manufacturer of these drones, they have what they call intelligent batteries. There's a microchip inside the battery itself, and it will slowly drain the battery over a week's period to take it down to a level where it's safe to store them for a long time without damaging the battery. So, but I would better just go out and use them and drain them down that way. A lot quicker and safer to my mind. So this is on the first battery, and I was only out there for like 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, I was so darn cold, and my hands were getting numb from the cold. The disadvantage of being in Florida, you get used to that 90, 95 degree heat, and it gets down to 50 degrees or 60 degrees or less, and we just freeze. We just freeze our butts off. I'm sitting here with the heater on right now, and it's 55 out, and I got a 77 in. But yeah, it's too cold to be outside. So I'm combining this video that I've taken with my new camera. This is all, well, these are the drone videos, but the first pictures were with my new Canon. I was quite happy with my new camera. And even though it looks like we're really close to these tree limbs and everything, and close to the trees, that's pretty deceiving. The drone is actually 15, 20 feet away from these things. It's just the way the camera works. It makes everything appear closer than what it really is. But so even though it looks like I'm going to get close to a crash, I'm really not. Believe me, I do not want to crash another drone. I've crashed enough drones that's too expensive to do. That's just way too expensive. This new drone is really pricey, but it flies well. It takes good pictures, good videos. So this is just outside the house here. And you can see how much the wind is blowing, the trees are moving around. But the drone itself is pretty steady. I was really surprised at how steady it was in that heavy wind. Because every now and then we would get a gust, and I thought sure it would blow the drone across the road, but it didn't. So the DJI Mavic 2 Pro does very well in wind. So I figured I would narrate this and put this all together with the Power Director video editor, and then combine the Screen-O-Matic, which is taking the Screen-O-Matic is actually taking a video of the video we're watching right now, and I can add that to this video in the Power Director, and I can remove the video portion and keep the audio portion. So I'm able to narrate this video as we're watching it, which is pretty slick. Although it did take me about 20-30 minutes to figure out how to do this, because within the Power Director program itself, there is another section where I can do a capture, and I can hook up my microphone to the computer and I can talk into it and capture the audio, but I cannot watch the video at the same time I'm doing the audio capture. So I had to figure out another way to get the audio capture to marry it to the video that we're seeing right now, which is why I'm using the Screen-O-Matic program, which is a pretty darn good program too. It works very well. So anywho, we're getting down toward the end of the clip here. I took 3 videos outside there, and I just, with this Power Director video editor, I can marry them all together. And because the one clip was about 3 minutes, and the other one clip is about, I don't know, 5 minutes, and the last clip is maybe 4 minutes. I was able to combine all of them, marry them together into one clip. Yeah, you can see the wind blowing there. I mean, it's windy and cold. It was cold. Anywho, I'm just trying to drain down the battery, so I'm hopefully it's gonna warm up in the next few days so I can drain these things down. And if not, I can do it in the house here. I can put the props on and everything, and just put them on top of the toaster oven and let the thing run. But I'd rather just take it outside and do it the natural way. But yeah, video came out pretty good. I was surprised. So I really thought that I would not be able to control the drone. I thought the drone was going to be bouncing all over the place. But as you can see, the drone is pretty rock solid. You look at the tree trunks, and that's how you can tell how much the drone is moving. And it's not really bouncing around much at all. But the wind is blowing, obviously, you can tell that from the branches we're looking at. So we're pretty close to the end here. So I'm going to get ready to shut off my Screen-O-Matic. And I can save that video clip. I'm saving it with the Screen-O-Matic in a separate clip. But I'll just marry this whole thing together with Cyberlink and save it in Cyberlink, and then I'll send it out to YouTube. Oop, ended there. So it went back to the beginning. That's a little blue heron. Okay, so let's end this up. Bye.